sources. Charlie Huddy's first goal of the playoffs, and Don Jackson, who has scored 3 times in these playoffs. Edmonton 2 and the Blackhawks nothing. The Oilers 2 goals from defensemen. The other series, the Prince of Wales Conference, stands 2-1 in the Islanders' favor. 7-3 last night for the Isles, with Trottier and Bossy coming alive. Don Whitman filed this report.
As the Wales Conference final moved back to Long Island, the big line of Trottier, Bossy, Keller, and on occasion Clark Gillies began to produce, as Islander fans had hoped they would in the series. Bryan, you're held in check for the first 2 games, only 3 points for the line. How much did the return of Clark Gillies mean to your line in Game 3?
Well, Clark is a tremendous asset in forechecking, his physical play, his presence. I think is a real help. He's a type of guy who tends to almost stand up and say, "Hey guys, I'm going. Who's coming with me?" You know, he's got that hunger and that desire in his eyes that a big guy like him tends to have naturally. You know, he's an easygoing guy, but when you look at him, you know he's a dominant force, and it's just great to have him back in the lineup. Well,
because of the long period he has been out, he was unable to take a regular shift, so you were alternating on the wing. But with an 8-point evening, the line is back in form and flying again. Now, what about Game 4 of the series?
Well, I hope it ends the same, as long as we have the more goals. But I can anticipate an even more physical hockey game. They were as physical as we were tonight. We let them skate in Game 2 in Boston, and we just can't afford to do that. They've got the defensemen that like to get back up in the play. If we finish off those checks, you know, then that slows their defensemen down, and they can't break out and get more involved in the play. We have to force them much more in our zone. Middleton, Pedersen, all their forwards. I mean, they can all handle a puck. Fergus, Kruslinski, all those guys can handle a puck so well in the corners and make good plays. And their points like to shoot. We've got to watch them. You know, there's so many things that this Boston team can do. And as usual, we got to get in front of Peters and bother him. He's got to see a lot of Islander sweaters around him, and we got to get on those rebounds. I can think back to Game 2 in Boston, where we had some tremendous scoring opportunities in the slot in front of the net, where the puck was bouncing, and you know, he made a couple of flip-flops, and he jumped in the right way, and he dove in the right way the next time, and I mean, we got to be on top and sharp on those rebounds and continue to get our shots on the net as well, and you know, make him make a good save.
Can the 2 teams play as physical for the balance of the series as they have for the first 3?
I'd assume not. That you know, we have to play physical in order to be effective. It's kind of been Islander hockey, a characteristic to go out there, bump, grind, finish off your checks. If we don't win hockey games. We got the guys that can do it, and you look at our lineup. You got Tonelli, Nystrom, Gillies, myself, the Sutters, Bourne. You know, we can control the boards if that's what it is called for.
Well, it's been a very physical series, an excellent series so far. The Islanders now in front 2-1. Game 4 on Tuesday night on Long Island. Now let's rejoin Dave Hodge in Chicago.
ICENET. Dynasties live here.